Good day to everyone, and in this video we will see all the electrical machines questions of GATE 2019. Okay, so let's start with the first question then. Okay, so now yes, so the question says the parameters of an equivalent circuit of a three-phase induction motor affected by reducing the RMS values of the supply voltage at the rated frequency is. Okay, so now what is the answer of this question? See, for this question you should know the what you should know the concept of the equivalent circuit of the three-phase induction motor. That is the first thing that comes to our mind when we read this question. Okay, so from the equivalent circuit, okay, just I am drawing the equivalent circuit here. This I am drawing. Okay, let me show the magnetizing branch also. Okay, 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 it is like this. R1 x1 R2 x2 and or for the time being you can avoid this line, you can draw it directly. Okay, see, this is the first thing that comes to our mind. Okay, and this is our supply voltage. So it is saying that when we change the supply voltage, okay, then what is the effect? See, from the circuit, from the equivalent circuit diagram, that is the normal thing that strikes our mind. We won't get that nothing will change. See, X is dependent on frequency. Frequency is constant. R is constant. R2 is constant. This is core to represent the core losses. This resistance is constant to represent the magnetizing flux. That is our XM. So from the first instant, it comes to our mind that everything is constant here. So it is not the change in supply voltage won't affect anything. So it is a very controversial question. Okay, so but if you have to mark the answer in the exam and you think a little bit logically, so one thing you can see why we are taking this magnetizing reactance in this equivalent circuit. This magnetizing reactance represent the flux in the system. Okay, or you can say that is the amount of flux that is required to set up the amount of what you can say, that amount of current that you require to set up a flux in the machine is known as magnetizing current, and it is 90-degree lagging to the main current. So it is a purely inductive. So you represent that thing, that is the flux in setup in the machine, by this magnetizing reactance, as we have seen in the transformer core, in transformer electrical equivalent diagram. Okay, so that is the key to this question. Okay, from there we can solve this. So one thing we should always remember, that we know this formula, that is V is equal to 4.44 phi n, and okay, I think it's over. Yeah, it's over. So what is the beautiful thing about this formula is, see, whenever you calculate BAN, okay, that is phi is what we can say, that magnetic flux density is phi by A. So phi is B into A. Okay, from here I get this formula. Okay, so what I am trying to say by this formula is that and there is one more thing, F. Okay, yes. So now what I mean to say is, see, V by F has to be constant for a machine. So why we say that V by F should be kept a constant for a machine, so that the flux in the machine is constant. Okay, why flux? Because B. Okay, so, or you can say from this here also, this flux has to be kept constant. So that is the a little bit idea in your mind that should come up in your mind. Okay, so now V by F has to be kept constant. So here given in this question is that our F is constant. Okay, I have varied this V I have varied. So one thing that must strike to our mind is that the flux is varied. Okay, that is the flux is varied. That is the flux in the machine will vary. And to represent the flux in the machine, we have chosen this XM as when we derive our equivalent circuit diagrams. Okay, so now the most suitable answer for this question, I hope you can understand, is that will be magnetizing reactance. Okay, so that is the logic behind this question. Okay, this question is a little bit controversial, but this explanation is moderately suitable. Okay, because in GATE, see, you have to solve the questions. No matter how much you read theory, you must have to solve questions only. Okay, so this is the question that we have solved. Now let me move to the question. Yeah, so let us move. This is again our GATE 2019 and we are doing machine question. So here in this question, what is the thing is that it's given 5 kVA 50 volt 100 volt single phase transformer, 5 kVA 100 volt single phase transformer, it's given to us. Okay, now has a secondary terminal voltage of 95 volts. V secondary is 95 volts. Okay, when loaded, at load. Okay, the regulation of the transformer. See, it has asked the regulation of the transformer. Okay, so one thing we should always remember, see, the regulation formula for the transformer is VR is equal to V no load minus V full load divided by V rated. Okay, see, in books, or I have gone through many study materials also. They take this V rated as sometimes they take it as V full load, sometimes they take it as V no load. Okay, so but general you should keep in your mind it has to be V rated. Okay, and here see, now our rated voltage is what, 50 volt and 100 volts. Okay, now our load is at the secondary side. Okay, that is 95 volt at the 95 volt at load side, that is secondary side. Secondary side rated voltage is 100 volts. Okay, so that is how you have to take the rated voltage. And if you want more clarity on this concept, you can go down to the link given below in the description. Okay, so please go through such links if you have other doubts. Okay, so voltage regulation is this. So now we know load is given to us as what, 100. See, if the load is not there, then there will be 100 volts at the secondary side. At loaded conditions, it will be 95 volts. Okay, and our rated for the secondary side is 100 volts. So what will be my answer? It will come out to be 5%. Okay, so 5% is the answer of this question. Okay, so this question is over. Now let us move to the third question of GATE 2019. Okay, a three-phase synchronous motor draws 200 ampere from the line at unity power factor at rated load. Considering the same line voltage and load, the line current at power factor of 0.5 leading is. Okay, so after reading this question, one thing that strikes to our mind is that the question is of the synchronous motor. So synchronous motor equivalent diagrams comes in our mind. And what is this? It's asking same line voltage and load, the line current at power factor of 0.5 leading. Okay, so now see, with practice, these things will strike in your mind. See, what it is saying is three-phase synchronous motor. Okay, so the three-phase synchronous motor is first, it's drawing 200 amps at UPF at rated load. Okay, considering the same line voltage and load. It is saying that consider the same line voltage and load. Okay, that is the line current at power factor of 0.5 leading. Now I have to find this current I2 at 0.5 PF lead and our same rated load and the same voltage. Okay, so this is the given to us in the question. So now I have to find this I2. See, one thing that comes to our mind is that the load is same. Okay, so when considering the same load, as load is same, so that is our P is equal to constant. Okay, so P can be written as root 3 into VL1 IL1 cos phi 1 is equal to root 3 into VL2 into IL2 into cos phi 2. Okay, so root 3 VL1 VL1 is same both sides, so this will cancel. Okay, so let me cancel it with some other color. It will cancel, and this VL2 and VL1 is same. Okay, so root 3 into IL1. IL1 is 200. UPF means 1. Root 3 into IL2. Second power factor secondary is 0.5. Okay. So what my IL2 will come? My IL2 on solving will come out to be 400 amps. Okay, so this is the answer. So though the question first time it strikes to our mind, it is three-phase synchronous motor, but you have to read it carefully and it can be solved by some basic concepts. Okay, so this question is over. Now let us move to the next question. GATE 2019. A single phase transformer of rating 25 kVA supplies a 12 kilowatt power factor of 0.6 lagging. Okay, a single phase transformer. Okay, a single phase transformer is there. What's given in the question? Single phase transformer. Rating is 25 kVA. Supplies 12 kilowatt of load. 12 kilowatt of load at power factor is equal to 0.6 lag. Okay, that's okay. The additional load at unity power factor. Now I have to find the additional load. I have to find the additional load at UPF. At UPF. Okay, that is to be in kilowatts. This I have to find, that is to be added so that the transformer just before the transformer exceeds its rated kVA. Okay, so I have to find this P. So the maximum capacity of the transformer is 25 kVA, that is given. See, this question is very good. Okay, it tells you that why transformer is rated at in VA only. Why not in directly in real power or reactive power? Because we can change the real power. It is not decided while manufacturing it, but this could be decided by when we are manufacturing. Okay, so that is the concept. Okay, you can see the discussion in the link below. Okay, now solve this question. Okay, so it's given to us. See, for this question you must know what is the power triangle. Okay, so power triangle is this is S, that is the apparent power, this is P, that is the real power, and this is the Q, that is the reactive power, and this is like this. So S is the vector sum of P and Q. Remember, vector sum. Okay, that is very important. Yes. Okay, so in this question S is given to me as 25 kVA, P, 12 kilowatt of load. 12 kilowatt of load at power factor is equal to 0.6 lag. Okay, so the maximum capacity of the transformer is 25 kVA. Supplies 12 kilowatt of load at power factor is equal to 0.6 lag. Okay, so the maximum capacity of the transformer is 25 kVA. P right now is 12, and it is asking how much P can be exceeded. Let me denote it by X. Okay, and Q I can find out because see, it is the load as is added at UPF, so that is only P will increase, so there won't be any effect in Q. So Q will remain same as it was previously. So I can find out Q. Q can be given by, see, this is the power factor triangle. So tan phi is equal to Q by P. So Q is given by P into tan phi. So when you do this, what is P is 12 tan of phi is what? Cos inverse 0.6. Okay, so on solving this, you get the value of Q as what value I have got? 16 kVAR. 16 kVAR. Okay, now see, now this is the vector sum. So simple, you should apply this. What that is, I hope you know this. P square plus Q square should be equal to 25 square. So on solving this, what you get your A as 7.21 kilowatts. Okay. So that is the answer. Now it is asking you round off to 2 decimal places, 7.21 kilowatt. Okay, 7.21 kilowatts. Okay, so I hope this is done. Okay, so now move to next question. Okay, again GATE 2019. A 220 volt DC shunt motor takes 3 ampere at no load, draws 25 ampere when running at full load. See, DC motor questions are the easiest questions if they are not too conceptual. Numericals are usually based on these two formulas only. E is equal to K phi N. Okay, and torque is equal to K phi I. Okay, so almost all numericals you can solve if you know these two equations. Okay, so now let us read this question, and it is given 220 volts DC motor takes 3 ampere at no load. I no load is 3 amps. Okay, it draws 25 amperes when running a full load. I full load is given as what? 25 amps. Okay, when running full load. Okay, speed at full load is given as 1500 rpm. 1500 rpm the speed is given. Okay, and then the armature and shunt resistances are also given. Ra, armature resistance, is given as 0.5 ohms, and RSH is given as 220 ohms. Okay, the no load RP, the no load speed in RPM we have to find out. Okay, so no load, no load, that is no load speed, we have to find out. See, to visualize the question better, we should always try to draw. It's really lovely to draw machines. Okay, so this is our RSH, and this is our RA, and the supply is given as 220 volts, as it is a 220 volt DC shunt motor. And okay, so and I full load is given as 25 amps, and for the same thing I no load is given as what? 3 amps. Okay, so this is the total things that are given in this question. Okay, so now what he is asking is the no load speed in RPM. Okay, see, I have told you, you have to always try to formulate these two equations, try to fit question in these two equations. Okay, so that is the thing you should try always. Okay, so here I have to, it's asking N. Okay, so I know that I will use this equation only. See, for the shunt motor, the 220 volt supply is same whether it is running at full load or whether it is running at no load. So the field current, that is the field will be, the flux will be same, because the field current IF will be same for both, that is 220 by RSH. Okay, so my this term will be constant. So what is my, so this equation I will use. So once I will so the strategy is that once I will calculate E and N for no load, and then I will calculate E for full load and N for full load, and I have to calculate N for no load. Okay, so I have 4 things and I can calculate easily. See what I am saying. E is equal to Kn. Now for full load, for full load, okay, so for full load, what I have to calculate, I have to calculate N full load, I know. I have to calculate E full load. See, for the DC shunt motor, we know the equations. V is equal to E plus I A R A. Okay, V is 220, E I have to find out, IA is what, 25 minus what, this field current, that is 220 by RSH. It will come out to be 220 by RSH is 220 ohms, so it will come out to be 1 amps. Okay, so 25 minus 1 into RA is 0.5 ohms. Okay, so yeah, so this is the question. So from here I can calculate E. Okay, so let me take my calculator out, and if I could calculate E, yeah, so E will come out to be 25 minus 1, 24 into 0.5, 220 minus answer, that is 208. So my E comes out to be 208 volts. Okay, that is at full load. And full load I already know, that is what, 1500 RPMs. Okay, now for the what, now for the no load. So for no load, E no load I have to find out. E no load I can easily find out using the same formula. V is equal to E plus IARA. V is 220, E I have to find out, plus IA is, this time is 3 minus 1, and it is RA is 0.5. So 3 minus 1 is 2 into 0.5 is 1, and yeah, 220 minus answer, that is 219. So E is okay, E is 220 minus 1, and it is 219. That is at no load. Okay, so I have E full load, I have N full load. Okay, now I have to find the N no load. So using this relation, I can easily put in this fashion: E full load divided by E no load is equal to N full load divided by N no load. Okay, so E full load will come out to be 208 divided by E no load will come out to be 219 is equal to N full load will come out to be 1500, and N no load I have to calculate. So N no load will come out to be here, the value come out to be 1574.32 RPM. 1574.32 RPM. So this is the answer. Okay, so I hope you get this solution. So it is lengthy, but I actually have solved it in a very explanatory way. So it seems like it is large, but it is not. Okay, so now next comes to the next question. Next question, GATE 2019. And let me read the question first. Yeah, a delta connected 3.7 kilowatt squirrel cage induction motor, and the parameters are given. Okay. So let us write it down. Delta connected. Okay, 3.7 kilowatt, 400 volt, line to line, 3 phase, 4 pole, 50 hertz. SCIM, that is squirrel cage induction motor. And the parameters, equivalent circuit parameters per phase refer to the stator. Okay, so see here they have not given the parameters for the magnetizing branch, so we will take the approximate model. Okay, so let us draw the equivalent circuit diagram of the three-phase induction motor. Equivalent circuit diagram of three-phase induction motor. Okay, you should always remember. So, and it is the approximate Thevenin equivalent R1 X1 R2 dash by S, and it is X2 dash. So it comes out like this. Okay, and this is our V. Okay, so see in this question, what is the thing? This is R1, this is R2 dash by S. That is the R2 dash and X2 dash are shifted parameters. That is here they are shifted towards stator side. Okay, and this will be X1. Okay, so now in this question, the parameters are given to us as R1 is given to us as 5.39 ohms. 5.39 ohms. X1 is given to R2 dash by S. See what it has asked, the starting line current. Okay, so in the starting, the slip is what? 1 in starting. I hope you know this. Okay, slip is 1 in starting, so this will be R2 dash will be what? 5.72 ohms. And X2 dash and X1C. Now it is saying that the machine is connected to 100 volt line to line. 100 volt line to line. Okay. See, in for the delta connection, the line to line voltage and phase voltage are same. Okay, so that is why I am not changing this. Okay, because always remember this is the always per phase circuit. Okay, so for delta, the line to line values and the phase values are same. Okay, so now let us solve this. Okay, so now the trick in this, the catchy part in this question is this. It is saying that it is connected to a 10 hertz source. See, now to see this concept, I can show you it to you. See, what you know is, see, X is what? Omega L. Omega is what? 2 pi FL. Okay, so now the reactance is given, that is this 8.22 ohm is given for the 50 hertz. For the 50 hertz. Okay, so but here you have to find it out for the 10 hertz. Okay, so what you can do is you can divide this whole by 50 and you can multiply this by 10. Then you will get the reactances for what? For the 10 hertz. So what finally your x1 will become what? X1 by 5, and your x2 dash will become x2 dash by 5. So these values will be what? X1 by 5 will be 8.22 by 5, and this will be what? 8.22 by 5. Okay, so now it has asked what? It has asked the IST, that is the starting current. It has asked. So now see, this is the equivalent circuit and you have to find the current in this circuit. All the impedances are given to you, all this supply voltage is also given to you. So now what is left? You just have to put what? Simple, what you say, the formula for I start, simple KVL. From KVL we can easily write it as 100 divided by under root what? R1 plus R2 whole square, 5.39 plus 5.72 whole square plus 8.22 by 5 will come out to be 8.22 divided by 5, 1.644. 1.644 into 2 whole square. Okay, and your I starting per phase will come out, what value it will come out, have I written it or not? Okay, it will come out to be 100 divided by 11.59, and remember it is per phase. And for the delta connection, the phase and line currents are different. Okay, so I start line to line will be what? Root 3 into I start. Okay, I start, that is this phase. So it will come out to be, finally your answer will come out 14.95 amps, 14.95 amperes. So this is your answer. Okay, so 14.95 is your answer. Okay, let me write it down here. Okay, so this is the question. Okay, so always remember the equivalent diagrams in the machine questions. Okay, almost all the questions will be done. Okay, but never try to do them verbally. Okay, now the next question we can do. Okay, let us read this question. It is given 220 volts line to line 3 phase Y connected synchronous motor. Y connected synchronous motor has an impedance of Xs is given as 0.25 plus J 2.5. Okay, ohms per phase. The motor draws the rated current I 10 amps at 0.8 power factor. Okay. The RMS value of line to line internal voltage. Okay, the one thing that could be confusing is what is this internal voltage. See, always in such kind of questions, whenever there is, see, always remember your objective in GATE is to solve questions. Okay, no matter how much you read theory, you have to solve questions. Okay, so get back to the question. The internal voltage. See, there are only two voltages in synchronous machine. One is V and another is E. Okay, E is excitation voltage and V is voltage. Okay, I hope you know this. Okay, so this is given to us. So obviously it is asking this thing. Okay, so just try to use your common sense and remember you have to solve the question and then you will get it. Okay, so now let us come back to the solution. Okay, see, in this question what is given to me? V is given, I is given to me, X is given to me, power factor angle is given to me. So one thing that there are only few formulas. So one thing that comes into my mind is this voltage regulation formula. Okay, so see, there can be voltage regulation formulas for different conditions, that is for generator, for motor, and then again for leading and lagging power factor. Here the power factor is leading. Okay, so now what you have to do is see. So I remember only this formula. E is equal to under root V cos phi plus IA RA square plus V sin phi plus IA XS square. Okay, so this is the formula that I remember. This is the formula for the lagging, power factor and generator. Okay, so to convert it for motor, see, for motor what you do is, for motor always remember you do minus Ia, that is you change the value of Ia, the sign of Ia, and for leading you change the sign of the phi, that is you put minus phi instead of phi. That is, for motor you replace Ia by minus Ia, and for leading power factor you replace phi by minus phi. And this is the one equation that is you should remember, and rest you can easily derive. Okay, so now get back to the question. So I have to find for motor and that to leading. So what will be my equation will be? My equation will be this. E is equal to under root of what? V. See, cos of negative 5 is, you all know, it will be cos 5 only. Plus IA RA. Okay. It will be minus. Why? Because it is motor. And it will be plus V sin phi minus V sin phi. And it will be minus IA XS. Why minus V? Because sine of negative phi will be minus sin phi. IA XS whole square. Okay. So you have to put the values. So one thing you should also remember while putting values is that it is given that it is a line to line voltage. Okay, so you have to put the phase values. So V will be 220 by root 3 into cos of phi, that is cos phi is 0.8 minus IA is 10, RA is what, 0.25. So 10 into 0.25 will come out to be 2.5. Okay, so this will be your first term. Now your next term will be what? 220 by root 3. See, minus sign you take it out and whole square, then it will become plus only everything. Okay, so 220 by root 3 into point into sin phi. Sin phi will be 0.6. Okay, you should always remember this thing that if cos phi is 0.8, then sin phi is 0.6. When you practice lots of questions, okay, so then you get this. Okay, so 220 by root 3 into 0.6 plus IA is 10 into 2.5. That is 10 into 2.5. Okay, so that will be 25 square. So on solving this expression, what you will get is you will get E, that is phase. Okay, let me rub this. And so what you will get E phase, you will get 220 by 141.66. okay, you will get this. And you have to find line to line. Okay, remember this. See, don't ever commit this mistake of line to line and face to face. So E line to line will be what? It will be 141.66 into root 3, and that will come out to be 245.38 volts. Okay, 245.38 volts. Okay, so this is the logic. So that is how you solve questions. Okay, so all the questions of GATE 2019 are over, and I hope you like this video, and more videos will be coming, and you can always see in the description the links of the concepts. If you don't know that were used in these questions, then you can go to those links and you can study those concepts. Okay, always remember your motto is to solve questions in GATE. Okay, so thank you. Please like, share and subscribe my channel. You can also visit our website electricaldiaries.in and join it for free. It is free for 1 month, and where you will get all these questions and many things else. Okay, so bye, see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.